Welcome to Hey Real Quick. You know what I did yesterday?
What?
I'm not going to go into the deets, but went to the dentist for
That's
my
fun. Root canal?
every 2 or 3 year cleaning. I don't go every 6. First of all, every 6 months is overkill. I'm just going to do a flyby just real quick, but the scraping has to stop.
Yeah.
I get that's the way they get the tartar off, and, you know, floss is only like a string. But I wanted it to be over, and it was longer than I had ever remembered. I was blacking out in the middle. Not really, but it was too much.
I love
when I left, I was like doing that thing with your jaw where you're like, well, now my whole mouth is sore.
Yeah.
And, there's nothing left on my teeth. They're smooth, all right. But
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you have, a chisel?
Yeah, and I love when they kind of juke you a little bit, and like they're like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah,
yeah. And I'm so Southern. Oh yeah, of course.
I'm fine. I'll always,
except for when I spit, or not spit, because now they do the suction and they say and close, and close, and I'm like, can you see the blood going through that tube? Because you're tearing me up in here. And I'm about done. I totally expected the dentist to come in and be like, everything looks great except for you got some gum irritation, which I did not have on my way to the dentist.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna. Your teeth look amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have somebody come in real quick and do those stitches, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah. Didn't enjoy it. Didn't get a sticker. Nothing. No balloon animal.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they used to do the swords.
Yeah.
Like balloon swords.
I don't know. Yeah.
For the kids, or like you could get like a little dog.
I'm going to say it's kind of gone down. It looks a little bit like a ghost town from out west in there. Like there's a couple desks that, like, I know a lady used to do billing there, and it looks like nobody lives at that desk. I don't know.
Yeah, we go to the same place, and it's, they kind of
We're about to not go to the same place because I am done. Sorry.
They kind of shut down that little playground. Remember, there's always like first of all, no kid is or maybe they're looking at a book, but there was always like a little, look, it's like walking into a tree.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of books, and I'm like, you're about to get.
Yeah. And then they had TVs in the waiting room. They don't have TVs in the waiting room anymore. Or they weren't on. There was no HGTV show on. I'm going to say this too. Yesterday, I also went to Chick-fil-A. Surprise. We should have 6 sponsors because we all know who they are. Chick-fil-A, Costco, and the dentist, but we don't believe in them anymore. But I went in because the drive-thru was closed.
I hadn't been in a Chick-fil-A in a minute.
There's no play place.
I'm all down for that. I don't like play place. I'm all down for that. Yeah.
You know why? If you have a play place, you need a referee.
Yeah, and
you need somebody with a whistle and a striped shirt, or like a bodyguard, or a buffer or something, because you're like, invariably your kid's coming, this kid took my shoe and threw it at me, and then you're like, I don't want to go manage somebody else's kid, and they're sitting, who knows which parent it is. Anyway, sorry.
I sent y'all in there so I didn't have to yell at you. Then you got to go in. But we used to get that too. Somebody like, there's always some kid.
There's always a bully.
He's usually about anywhere between 5 and 14.
Yeah.
There's always that kid that's a little too big for it.
Yeah, you're like, this is for people that are below 4 feet, dude.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And
you and I could play one-on-one basketball.
Yeah. And I would lose. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they'll camp out at the top of the tunnel, and they won't let the kid to the slide.
Yeah, it's like a troll in the kids' book.
Yeah.
It's the troll. But anyway, I was glad to see it.
Yeah.
I was real glad to see it. But after that, I went to Costco to get some milk and such. And this is new to me. They had a Ford Bronco outside where you get your tires.
Yeah, they have cars.
I'm like,
I don't think they're cheaper, though.
No. And who's going by the Ford Bronco, which I love the new Ford Bronco. If you want to sponsor and give us one, and we'll put Hey Real Quick on
I like the looks of them. I have seen the crash test results. No. Don't do it. Whatever.
I have test driven one for fun when Ben and I were just test driving cars. But anyway, I'm like, who's driving by going, nobody's planning to go there to get their car. I don't think.
Yeah.
They're going to get some bulk, like milk. Maybe you get a pair of shorts and a beach towel. Maybe a house plant. That's your surprise purchase. But like,
But a Bronco?
can you imagine going home and be like, "Hey, honey, I was at Costco.
And I know
I
we
know
need...
this is crazy, but the price was amazing.
Yeah.
What'd you get? A Ford Bronco.
A 6-pack. Everybody gets...
You get a Ford Bronco and you get a Ford Bronco. But anyway, but when I came out, there was a kind of a younger, I say kid, young adult that was working there, obviously. But under his little vest, he had on an Alabama t-shirt. So like I do, I was like, Roll Tide.
Yeah. Did you get anything back? Did they say it?
You know what he said?
What?
Yes, ma'am. And I was like,
That's a good response.
that's a good response.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Roll Tide back. He just kind of like gave me the half smile, like, yes, ma'am.
I kind of like that better. You respect your elders.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we're I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It was like, oh man, that's amazing.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Roll Tide.
Was he looking
Yes,
at...
ma'am.
Was he looking at the Ford Bronco?
No, he was bringing carts in. Hard work.
Oh, he worked there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, so I know exciting times, y'all.
Yeah. We just went through all the sponsors.
That was my crazy Tuesday.
Which I went to...
Mm-hmm.
I think I was there too.
Were you?
Costco. Yeah.
I was just there 4 days ago. And
I'm
yeah.
there 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Easy.
Which they're doing a drive for a children's hospital, so I gave $1, whatever.
Oh, they got me. They asked me.
But then when I go back, I kind of wanted to say, look, I gave. And so I'm not going to give again, but I did give 4 days ago. You want to see my receipt?
I can't stand. Sorry. So I did.
You know what I hate?
Yeah. Let's talk about it again. They did it to me. They were like, and sometimes I just panic and give. Not that it's bad to give.
No.
But sometimes I also panic and say no.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, as soon as I say no, I'm like, they think I am horrible.
They don't, though.
But in my head,
yeah,
every other person that went through gave today.
Gave.
And then they were like, did you see that little skinny white dude that came through here?
Yeah.
He said no.
Yeah.
Not even $1 for the children.
Right. Yeah.
Which usually I do, and they give you the balloon.
Oh,
Or something. Don't you write? Not a balloon, but it's a little piece of paper.
You probably gave more than I did.
No, I think you do you just write your name on there.
They didn't give me nothing. I ain't writing my name on
You used to do that.
No.
Maybe that's Publix. I don't know. But I always, when you go back, I always want to be like, no, find mine.
Yeah.
It's over top left. That's my balloon I already gave. I can't do this every time.
I know. But, anywho, and then, we're getting to the end of the school year, and my youngest kid is about to go work at a camp for 3 weeks, so about to get in the packing mode for that, which means...
He doesn't pack his own clothes?
He can, but I always do a double check, because invariably it'll be like, you have no socks. And this doesn't just apply to I'm not throwing my youngest under the bus.
She's throwing everybody under the bus.
Everybody in my family, because... We have done the thing before where we got to Iowa for Thanksgiving or something one year, and it was like, that's funny. I don't see Jonah's suitcase. He was like a little kid. No suitcase. It never got put in the car.
Oh, so no.
I am, you know where I'm going with this, but I am the person in the couple that is like the double checker. Yeah. If we're going on a trip, I've already made the packing list 3 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, that's Robin.
It's got things like down to medications, toothbrushes, retainers, inhalers, chargers for the car, battery backups for the phones.
Yeah, everybody else is like,
rain
I
jackets.
got underwear.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a toothbrush, but you don't have any toothpaste. Gross.
Yeah.
So... Anywho, and I line it all up, and I pack in packing cubes. But when you go to camp, I know when you go to camp, you have to label everything because he's there long enough. They'll have to do laundry. So you at least got to put stuff even on the bottom of socks and stuff because I'm sure no.
On the bottom of socks.
Well, they do their laundry.
There's a hole in my name. Sorry.
My initials were on a hole, but now they're gone. But what I'm saying is they have to have everything labeled because they're going to do their laundry. And so it's Okay, will you please come back with those shorts that we just bought? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah.
She's the packer, and she packs. Like if we go somewhere, if we're leaving on Friday, like Thursday after work, she's got her bag out. She's like, I'm a morning packer. I pack the day of.
Oh gosh, I pack 2 days ahead of time, and then whatever else is still in the laundry, I pull it out.
If I pack 3 days before, I'm gonna check it 7 times.
I know,
and I'm like OCD because I'm gonna look in the bag over and over again, and I'm like, did I get?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I just wait and pack the day of. That way I don't have to go back.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's always, especially with couples, there's always a planner, and then the other, like Robin plans out when we're leaving.
Oh man.
I mean, we can like, both kind of like where you want to go, but it's like, when are we leaving? When are we getting back? Like flights.
Yeah.
You know, if we're going by car, like we're going to leave at this time. Probably get there around then. We're going to eat supper with them. And I'm just like, where are we going again?
Oh my gosh, isn't that nice though?
It is nice.
Do you like being that person?
I do, but I feel worthless. But I'm like the mule. Like
you're like
I'll unload the car.
Okay, that's
so like if we go to the airport, like that's if there's a desk and a receptionist, I'm just like, I think you need to talk to my wife. She knows stuff. And
she's got the file folder.
I'm just over in the corner like me hold bag, like you know, like you got nothing.
Yeah, somebody's got to move this stuff, but yeah, man.
But I couldn't be the planner. She always says like,
we're the worst. We're not really, either of us are planners, but I can pack logistics. I can do like, what do we need to get there?
Right.
It'd be great if I could just pack. And he always books flights though. Randall will book flights.
See, I don't even book flights.
He rents the car.
Oh, I don't even know that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I can do it. I have done it.
She enjoys it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, she's just really good at it.
She is good.
But I think one time she said like, would it be nice if somebody just kind of
took over this,
just planned everything?
Oh yeah. You're like,
and I'm like, I'm always like, you know what? The next one I'm going to plan.
You're
and
like,
then I'm
travel agent license online.
But what she did, so she's good at planning trips and excursions. But the last time she started using Chat GPT. I have to make sure I say that right.
It's so hard to say.
Whoever named it should have asked AI.
I know.
Are there any other options?
Yeah, Gupta. I can't say
Chat Gupta. But it's ridiculous.
To plan the trip.
Yeah, because she just said like, hey, we want to take a trip this long. It's just 2 of us, blah, blah, blah. We want a few excursions, nothing too... I mean, you just say what you want.
And then, it's like...
And then it's got the whole... you can tweak it.
Yeah, but it gives you like a skeleton of like...
Monday, this is a good place to stay. This kind of close to the airport. Your first day, there's a real good restaurant right over here if you want something. Like, it gives you everything.
That is amazing. Okay.
Which is weird.
See, I know. That's when you're like, it's creepy, but
I don't like it. But she is. And now we don't pay for it because I think you can like do Chat GPT. There's like, it's the app. Which I didn't know it's
the app.
Chat Generative.
Yeah.
Pre-trained Transformer. We're listening to...
They're already going to call it a transformer. More than meets the eye.
Yeah. We got Decepticons planning
up in here. Who's your travel agent?
It's Optimus
it's
Prime.
It's Bumblebee. It's also our rental car. We like muscle cars.
But yeah, I didn't know that. But it's...
Generative pre-trained transformer. What if you said that every time? Sorry, that's so funny to me.
I'm just going to call it... I just call it AI, to be honest.
What's up, chat? And it's an app? What am I, 80?
See,
is it an app, really? I didn't know it was an app.
I don't know how to do it.
I got to start branching out.
I had to Google, what Chat GPT is.
How to use it. Yeah.
I was Googling, like, how does AI... And then the answer's like, from AI. And the AI is basically like...
rolling its eyes.
I said... You're a moron, and
Okay. Okay. I know this is okay. I probably shouldn't do this, but I know this is like tangent a little bit. But remember when you were showing me the robots that ran the race? We talked about it in like our last podcast or 3, whatever. So did you see in the news? And then we can go back to Chat GPT. But like when I hear Chat GPT, I still just think about the robots taking over a little bit.
Well, they're going to.
Yeah, because they already know we're going on vacation. They're going to rob our house while we're gone. But it showed somewhere one of the robots in a lab, and it just started flailing its arm. And those things are, they're whatever, they're metal.
Yeah.
And it started going crazy.
Well, they got to know kung fu. Like, it's on the internet. Like, they probably know every.
And the people were trying to shut it down, and I was like, "This is what I was saying."
It's too late to shut it down.
Yeah. You can put them dogs up.
Well, it's like
I mean, that the dogs without a face. First of all, it's already, and
Right.
it's like a horror movie all in one.
what's
Great.
all.
You want a pet and nightmares? Here you go. And it's probably going to kill you.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I know that's dramatic.
Right.
Probably not true. But what if you look up the video of that
I don't want
robot, and it's like the people are like, it just starts doing it out of the blue.
What's a robot? Yeah.
I know, it was
It's
weird.
not like he started
I don't
crying
like
and then
it.
started.
I
That's the
don't
thing
like
about
it.
a robot. Like a person, you can be like, he looks like he's mad.
Yeah.
But like a robot, you're just like,
Yeah.
la-di-da-di-da. And then
you
it's
don't
like the ones
get a
that build
heads up.
cars. Like when you see
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
being built now, which I don't know what I thought.
was
I mean,
happening
I knew there
anyway.
wasn't some dude with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth like welding.
What is it, 1957?
Yeah, like on the Nissan line. But
Give me another Pall Mall.
yeah, they had, it was the Hyundai. No, was it Hyundai?
Or
It was
Nissan.
either the
plant.
Hyundai or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all robots,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is helpful,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, and efficient,
Yeah.
but it is weird.
I don't know what I think about it. I do know what I think about it. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's what I think about it.
Well, and they do everything now. Like, so when you do like a big factory or warehouse, like you still have people in there, but a lot of times, like people don't even go grab the stuff. Like it's like robots that just like wheel over here.
Okay, so robots, but not like the ones that are
Not like the ones that
walking.
are like,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, that's coming. That's what's scary to me.
Yeah, you're gonna have ones
The ones
that just
that look like humans that they try to make a little bit too much like humans, whether they have that like silicone face on it or not.
yeah.
But
Which I will say,
it was terrifying.
speaking of cars,
Yeah.
so Robin got a car, and you know how when you buy a car or whatever, it's the negotiation.
Yeah.
You're always like, I don't know what I'm doing. Are they
Right.
ripping me off?
Yeah.
Is this a good deal? So
Yeah.
she used
Chat
what do you-
Gupta.
ChatGupta,
Yeah.
and it kind of tells you, like, hey,
Right.
this is what this means. This because they use different terms like money factor,
Right.
and they break it down. They like, money factor is this divided by. It's basically the interest,
So they're just calling it
but they
something
just
different.
use different terms and stuff you're
Yeah.
not used to.
Right.
But AI just tells you like, yeah, this is a good rate for this, blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
Brilliant.
So it's stuff we didn't know. So
And
it's
it
just
worked?
kind of
Yeah. So then you're like, yeah, it's just like anything else. It's like the internet. It's like, it's great for a lot of things. It's bad for hypochondriacs. It's bad for
Right.
people that want to, hack people or commit crimes or do really horrible things or, things that aren't good for you. But it's great for if you want to do college classes
yeah.
at home. So the dark side, man, there's a lot of dark sides. Anyway,
Yeah, which I'm not missing social media. It's been a while.
Are you not? Yeah.
Like 3 or 4
I don't
weeks?
have it on my phone anymore.
I don't
it's
have
a
it.
good thing. Yeah.
I don't have
good
it.
for you. Yeah. Your brain is so like,
Well, I mean, I still look at
Uncluttered.
news and stuff,
yeah, well, I mean,
which kind of messes it up.
well, that's because it's the news that we have. But what was I just thinking of?
Ask AI.
You know what they could do if the robot was not demon possessed and it was good with a scrapey hook? Maybe they could clean your teeth.
No, I don't want no robot.
No, that was
what if that thing went crazy?
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's not bad. That's not good.
Yeah, which I don't know because every time I Google something,
does it just pop up with an AI answer at the top now?
So I'm just gonna
remember how like 9 months ago that wasn't the thing.
Oh yeah, so now it just says AI. So I'm just gonna
AI generated.
I'm just gonna ask it: will robots or robots? AI is like,
I love robots.
Will robots take over the world? I just want to see what AI says. Now, good news, folks. Sorry.
Oh, sweet little AI.
It says no, robots are not likely to take over the world in the way depicted in science fiction.
Well, which way is it, AI?
Well, man, the idea of robots developing their own sentience and rebelling against humans is a popular theme in fiction, but it is unlikely to become a reality. That's maybe.
Yeah. You know what this is? 8 Ball. Remember Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is what it is now. People
the
are like,
odds are not in your favor. Or is that Star Wars? Sorry.
Or is it, what was that movie with Katniss?
Hunger Games?
Yeah. The odds are ever in your favor.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
May the odds all forever be in your favor
That's
or something
creepy.
like that?
That's creepy.
It's a good flick, though.
Yeah, it was a whole series. It was dark. I don't know.
It was kind of, it was a little
Sorry,
tense.
this is dark. You know why? You know why I'm feeling this way? Because I got my teeth cleaned yesterday. Doggone it.
A robot probably would have been faster.
They always say the same thing, too. They say, you have the best enamel on your teeth.
Well, thank you. I've been working on it.
I'm like, well, I guess I have my genes or something to thank because I'm just brushing them with, toothpaste. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Don't you hate, sorry, we just totally diverted back to like end of the world. Don't you hate when you're at the dentist and they go, what kind of toothbrush or toothpaste do you use?
No, they didn't ask me nothing.
Well, because you know how sometimes they try to
push that Sonicare on you?
Which one time I got a Sonicare. I was like,
I love them.
They told me forever, like,
yeah.
What do you use? I'm like, and now I have a Sonicare, but I'm like, sometimes I'm so lazy. I'm like, I'm just going to go old school. I don't even feel like, I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
So I kind of go
back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
But man, they're in cahoots with them Sonicare folks.
Yeah. They're good toothbrushes.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We've had them for years. Actually, mine died last year, and I haven't replaced it yet. And I was going to it at Costco. I just use a regular. I just move my arm,
Yeah.
and move the toothbrush by myself.
It'd be nice if a robot could just like brush your teeth and stuff like.
What if that robot went crazy?
Yeah. Well, you were talking about a robot cleaning your teeth.
Yeah, that's true. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to, sorry.
Yeah.
You know when they clean your teeth and you were talking about they do the little suction thing?
Yes.
And they go close?
Uh-huh. That never.
I'm 47 years old. I know when to close my mouth. Like they put it like this and then I close. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not a robot. Like,
now I gotta say this, and they call that rinse. It ain't rinsing nothing. You know why? You know how I know? Because at the end of the cleaning, it feels like little pop rocks every time I push my teeth together because the little gritty stuff they use to polish them. But remember old school growing up to the left, it was always to the left, you had that little white sink.
Yeah.
And they'd full on give you some real Listerine, like that blue kind. And you could spit it out and you could rinse it real good. Sorry, I'm getting super excited. But there's no sink anymore.
They had a sink like 5-10 years ago. Like it wasn't that long ago.
I don't know. But now they're just like, okay, close your mouth. Like, what am I, 4 year, a year and a half with a sippy cup? Like, and then you still got that stuff and you're like,
I take over. When they do that little thing, the suction, I'm like, let me hold it. I know where my tongue's at. And
I'll just hold my hand up when I need to use this. I think it should be way more interactive.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because you get a helper in there and then it's just.
There ain't no helper.
It's stuck and like you're just, yeah.
Yeah. And then the dentist comes in and says, x-rays look good. Don't have any cavities. I'm just going to double check. So they push on your teeth with the same hook.
He does that little, I'm like, let's keep an eye.
That's sensitive.
Let's keep an eye on 27 and 32's a little. Let me say that again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everything looks great. Look awesome. And then you're like, wait a minute, what about 32 and 27? What am I supposed to do?
It's just like everything else. Like T-row on bay 2, T-row on bay 2. It's like oil changes, all the stuff. It's like, I don't know if I'm at Valvoline or the dentist anymore. It's just, no pun intended, but it's just a rotation of checking stuff
Right.
and this and tire pressure and let me, take this hook and, press it on the top of your molar just to make sure it's not sticking or what.
I get so nervous every time the dude comes in. I'm like, come on. And he's like, everything looks great. I'm like, heck yeah, it does.
No cavities. Stop. Yeah.
And anytime they do a bunch of scraping or cleaning, as soon as I leave, I'm like, that's it. I'm flossing every day. I ain't going through that again. I'm going to Listerine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be all over it. I'm never going through that again.
Yeah.
And then I get, like a month later, you're like, I'm going to bed. Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually enjoy flossing now. It's weird.
You enjoy it?
I mean, I don't look forward to it like, yay, 10 more minutes till bedtime. It means I get to floss. But I
enjoy it
my
if there's
stomach's growling.
something stuck between my teeth.
Yeah. I use that Glide, not Comfort. The thin Glide, the flat floss, man.
Yeah, that's
also,
the only one I use.
If you want to sponsor me, I like the Glide.
Which
regular
that's not
flat
good for you,
mint.
but whatever.
It's not?
No, it's like the whole DuPont thing. It's like non-stick,
anyway.
whatever. Anyway, nothing's good for you.
Nothing. Yeah, whatever.
Newsflash, it's all
Cook
tainted.
over a fire and live in a tent.
But
anyway, yeah.
I don't like the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I said both teeth.
Yeah.
The floss they use is kind of like a tiny thin wire.
It's sharp as heck. I know. It's not comfortable.
And you don't have to go that far. Like when they do it, and they, like I can see your forearms like kind of flexing. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been working out.
Yeah. No, I just do this and make everybody's mouth bleed every day.
Teeth. My molars are like real tight.
Oh yeah.
Man, they're real tight.
And
I had somebody get out of their chair and put their weight on the floss, and the floss broke. They couldn't get. I was like, how about I just do that one when I get home? How about I take care of 32 and 27 or whatever you're talking about? But yeah. And the one thing you don't want to see is when it's happened to me like 3 times is when they're scraping and then they're like, their arm gets tired and they break out that black scraper.
What is that?
It's like a scraper meets a sandblaster, and like they also do water. It's basically like a power scraper or something. So it like scrapes as they scrape. It's like blasting, like I don't know,
power washer and
gritty
sander.
That thing is.
I ain't never had that.
I've had that 3 or 4 times, and that's the times I'm like, okay, I'm flossing. Like it's legit. It hurts. It's just not comfortable. It gets all over you.
Yeah, you got little like pieces of grit stuck on your face when you go back to the car and stuff. I don't like that.
Get that plastic napkin. Can we get a cotton towel?
You know what?
Here?
Cover my eyeballs. I keep my glasses on. I'm scared they're gonna put an eye out with that grit polishers thing.
And by the way, I know what blood tastes like. You know when they're doing all their stuff and they're like a little bit of bleeding. I'm like, I know I've swallowed like a pint. Slow down.
I could have saved somebody's life giving it. Why don't you just put a suction and just send it to Red Cross while we're doing this?
Yeah.
Unreal. Yeah.
I feel like a vampire at a buffet. Good gracious. Yeah. And you're just there. You're just bleeding.
Oh, I know. And then you leave and, man, your gums are sore. You kind of bite your teeth, because you're like, let me see how sore they are. Yep, still sore. Yeah.
And you're like, you look in the rear. I do it every time. Get in the car.
Yeah.
Rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like, man, they're clean. God, that hurts. And then I'm like, I'm going to go somewhere and get a Coke or something.
Let's put some tartar back on them.
Yeah. I got to put some sugar, need some high fructose corn syrup on this. I don't know. Ask AI what I should drink after I go to the dentist. But yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Sorry, I just want to know. I'm asking AI how often you should floss.
What is this?
At least once a day.
First of all, if
Best
you
to floss before brushing.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It just
Then I
says one
brush.
consistency. Oh, shut up. Yeah, sorry. Timing. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
That's also what they say about exercise.
So once a day, flossing, and it's unlikely to become a reality that robots will take over the world.
Right.
So we got that going for us, which is nice.
Make sure you floss.
And pack it in your bag.
Yeah.
Take your floss with
you.
you.
Want to be consistent, even when you're on vacation.
Yeah, I'm not flossing on vacation.
That's part of my vacation, is not flossing.
Yeah, and that's like going for a morning jog on vacation.
No.
Or like a run. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't
Or
care if I worked out
sit-ups.
7 days a week. I go on vacation, like, we got a gym. I'm like, cool.
They also have pie, so that's what I'll eat pie while you go work out.
You also have a beach.
Yeah.
I'll be on that.
All right.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.